Trump's Big Mac Big Hair Culture War. Melinda Henneberger. He is as unambiguous an embodiment of supersized drive-through America as exists in nature. Donald Trump is not your average culture warrior or, as he'd be the first to point out, your average anything. Yet he not only exploits but fully inhabits a long-standing cultural divide of another kind in his confirmation of our all-American tastes for Big Mac's big hair, hand-waving as an exercise regime, and whatever drive Oz is selling. A generation ago, George H.W. Bush's weakness for pork rinds was seen as a put-on meant to appeal to the many who, unlike him, did not attend Yale in summer in Kennebunkport or anywhere other than the same spot they wintered. Bill Clinton's Bubba was beyond question, and his successor in the White House, George W. Bush, was schooled early in his public life in the importance of coming across as ordinary. After he was ridiculed as a preppy from out east for being seen jogging during his first losing run for office, he swore he'd never be out Texas again, and he wasn't. Though neither Al Gore nor John Kerry grew up in a Kennedy or Bush-level tax bracket. Gore's childhood in an Embassy Row hotel room and Kerry's windsurfing off Nantucket indicted them as out-of-touch elitists. And though Kerry apparently did not say, "Who among us does not love NASCAR?" as initially and repeatedly reported by the New York Times, that didn't seem to matter. Then came Barack Obama and his health-conscious wife, who, though they had grown up in far more modest circumstances than many previous occupants of the White House, also came to represent the kale smoothie swilling, vineyard vacationing side of the divide, where all the cheese is artisanal and the olive oil cold-pressed. The current Republican nominee's McDonald's loving palate, however, makes Poppy's pork rinds look like haute cuisine. The fact that Trump could lose a few pounds, 15, he figures, gives him something else in common with a lot of us. And we shouldn't underestimate the mass appeal of a trash-talking, WWE-loving candidate who has KFC served on his private jet, who supposedly has all the money in the world yet is still an outsider from Queens at heart, with all the regular guy affinities and resentments that go with that. Trump is not just another Ivy-educated anti-intellectual in the Bush mold, but as unambiguous an embodiment of supersized, drive-through America as exists in nature. There's no doubting his authenticity as a sworn enemy of all that is subtle, which is what makes his 24-karat plated, Sun King-style penthouse and quarter-pounder habit all of a piece. He casts ordinary courtesy as political correctness run amok and defends his long-haired, long-time physician, who wears a bunch of chains around his neck, this way. "I'm not looking to find some genius. It's the sameness and predictability of fast food that he appreciates," he has said. While the anonymity of it keeps the germaphobe in him from worrying about whether somebody in the kitchen messed with his order. To him, of course, size does matter, so much that after we were attacked on 9/11, he noted in an interview that with the Twin Towers gone, he once again owned the tallest building in downtown Manhattan, the 71-story Trump Building at 40 Wall Street. In fact, Trump is not just tapping into but leading the cultural backlash against the whole health-conscious, less is more thinking that led New York billionaire Little Michael Bloomberg. Trump called him this summer to try and push through a soda tax their state's high court eventually rejected. If "Make America Great Again" weren't Trump's motto, more is more might be. But then, you could argue that they mean the same thing.